Yeah, man, my shit was just going like crazy. It was bouncing around, fucking. I gotta go ahead. I had to go ahead and end that, do it over. So let me go ahead and turn off my mute this over here. All right, how's everyone doing? Happy Monday, y'all. Let me load this down over here too. Yeah, I was originally gonna do this yesterday, but yeah, I just wasn't up to it. Yeah, yesterday morning I got up, I woke up right, had a lot of shit in my head, a lot of information, man. And I was just like, my my inner voices, man, were just going on and on. And it was almost like I was having a lecture within my own fucking thoughts, right? So I get up, like fuck it, let me get the paper, pen. I went back to the bed and I just started writing shit down. And it just started, a lot of shit just started coming to me, man. Just information. I was like, damn, man, this is some important shit that I need to put out there. See, yesterday I just got caught up with, it was the weekend, man. And the weekends, I kind of wanted to spend some time with self, with my son, and just, do things that we don't get to do during the week because I'm usually busy, right? So the weekend is like, fuck it, it's me time or him time, right? So that's what I did. But man, waking up with all that information, I was like, holy fuck, man! I'm telling you, I was like having a conference. I felt like I was having a Zoom conference in my motherfucking mind. I was like, shit, man, you know. But it's good to be on. It's good to be present. Again, happy Monday. Great evening for these that are already seeing the same time I'm seeing, or for these that are on later time. So, man, and today's Monday. Monday, man, the day for Tahuti, right? Inner wisdom, inner knowledge, creativity, utilizing your sacral plexus chakra. This is my man right here, right? So, what I wanted to talk about, man, was pretty much about the elections. What is going on with these elections? What's crazy though is because what was the day for yesterday? I know Joe Biden was at he was at 280. Yesterday he was at 290. It's like what the fuck? This dude's numbers are steady rising, while Trump not not even moving an inch, right? Remember, y'all, all this shit is predictive programming. See, they already selected their candidate. People really think that their vote matters? The vote only matters to keep that system running. Remember, the government deals with governor. Governor what? Governor your mind. It's all about control. So the more you realize that what they're trying to do, see, here's the thing. What people really need to start to realize too, that they really think that it's the government that's running the show. No, it's not the government that's running the show. You have a shadow government operating behind the government structure that you physically see. Okay? This is why they do what they do, all these elections, because that's how they remain in power. The crazy thing is that they don't have the power. You have the power. The voters have the power. What's crazy is that people really sit around and really think that they need government system to govern their lives, or they really think that a savior is going to come down from the sky and save them. No, man. The reality is you have to learn to start saving yourself. There is no outside help that's going to come and save you. This election has been one of the worst elections in history. Put it like this. When since when has media decided a victory? Okay? It's fucking crazy that this man had 260. Was it 260 before the whole stretch? All he literally needed was 6 points, 270, right, to win. This motherfucker, pedophile Biden, because that's who the fuck he is. A lot of people don't see. I'm not into the political arena bullshit. To me, and that ain't my program. That ain't part of my system. I understand it, but I understand why they have it. So We have to start to realize that there's a lot more shit that's going on behind the curtain, which is why they have all these distractions. Again, the real power is you, which is why they want you to go out there and vote. The real power lies when you stop voting. We're in a time right now where we have to start realizing what the fuck is really happening. We seen from COVID, we seen with the whole George Floyd, we seen what they're doing with the vaccines, we seen how deep the pedophile ring is, we seen how fucking how deep this shit is. And yet people still can't get their minds right, man. Why is that? It's the programs. It's the programs that keep people trapped, man. The programs will keep people trapped. We have to start getting rid of that program that's not part of us. Disconnect ourselves from that program. You know, look what we see with movies. Before I get into that whole purge thing, I want to make sure I'm on topic. Going through my notes. So here's the thing too, y'all. We have to realize too, elections is a theater. Okay? The elections is a theater. Okay? Who gives that theater power? You do. It's crazy because that's not too crazy, but I mean, of course, with COVID and shit, a lot of places were forced to close shop. A lot of places have been abandoned because of the COVID. There is a there's an empty theater here in the north side of Chicago. Okay, and it was one of the main theaters in the north side that people used to love to go to. Right, it was there for a long time, but since the COVID came in, that theater was forced to close down. Again, what gives the theater power? It's the energy. Is when you go in there and you sit down and you watch the movie. You're using your energy when you sit there and you're actually putting money into that theater. So, what forced that theater to be abandoned was the COVID, right? But that's like more of an example when you start to realize the kind of power you have and what the fuck is really going on, because everything is a movie playing in front of you, and there's a lot of people playing their parts. The government is one of them. The government has to play their part. Gotta know this is that those that control everything control the both sides. You have one side, the Republicans, the other side, the Democrats. There's no coincidence that it's red and blue. If anything, your brain has red and blue. Okay? Not only that, think about the whole Matrix movie when Morpheus was telling Neo about if you take the blue pill or the red pill. So you got to think about what they're doing. It's all programming. They do this for a reason. So going back to the theater that no longer has any power because there's nobody there to sit their ass down and watch a movie. Not only because it was forced to close down, but just a simple fact, it's lost of life pretty much. Because remember, everything is energy. Okay, so the elections is energy. It's what you put your energy to. Okay, remember what you pay attention to, you're letting out that energy. So which is why they do what they do. This is right now, they know why they're doing this whole election because of what's happening right now. Look what's gonna happen in December. For those of you that understand what's happening on December 21st, you will see more why they're doing what they're doing, because they're trying to keep you on cold lockdown. They're trying to keep you in a certain frequency and a certain vibration so you won't raise up your kundalini, so you won't raise up who you are. This is why they want to keep you in low vibrations. They want to keep you under control. They want to keep you in fear. They want to tame the beast. Man, there's a lot of shit that they've been doing behind the scenes, especially with these vaccines. You guys better start getting ready. They're gonna start forcing vaccines into people. You know what's crazy though is that here's the thing. This is what makes this election even scarier. Is that no matter who wins, they want civil war. They want a civil unrest. Why? Because they want to keep you in fear. It's all about control because they're afraid about what will happen coming December 21st. You see, there's a lot of things that are happening. Planets are aligning, which is basically what's going on with December 21st. Jupiter and Saturn are coming, and they're aligning in alignment. What do you call that? Conjunction. So not only that we have these planets coming in conjunction, but we also have energies like the sun. Why you think they tried their best to cover the sun? Why you think they trying to cover the sun? Think about that. Because the sun feeds your melanin. It feeds your pineal gland. Not only that, you're receiving information from the sun. Because remember, we have a solar system within ourselves, and that is called your solar plexus chakra. Your solar plexus chakra is considered a second brain. Not only is a second brain, but that's where your one of your spiritual gifts lay. And that's what we're talking about, your intuition, your gut feeling. Why you think they do what they do to poison the foods to keep you eating low vibration foods so this way it can fuck up your stomach. You ever get that? You ever heard that expression? You are what you eat. Think about that. So they know what the fuck is happening, man. You think that here's the thing, you think that all these movies they created from the X-Men's, from let's see what else. All these movies that you see with powers, where do you think they get that from? If anything, people that are 30s, 40s, 50s, they're considered Generation X. Generation X. I'm part of that generation. The X-Men was based off our science of who we are. Okay? There's a lot of people that are going to start going online when the 21st of December comes around. So put it like this, the 21st of December is the ending of Sagittarius, the element of fire, coming in the element of earth, Capricorn. Capricorn is considered to be more with chaotic energy. That's the Lucifer. That's your root chakra. Why you think it's color red? Okay, so that comes in with your ego, with your necessities and shit like that, right? That's where the root chakra comes in play. So they know this. So the root chakra is considered to be more as the beast. Okay, the ego is part beast because it's like the animal instincts because we part beast and we are part spirit. Okay, so when you realize who you really are, then you start to think more what the fuck is really happening and why it's happening. These elections right now, it's not a fucking coincidence what they're doing. They're playing with the fucking numbers. They're getting people hyped up. They're fucking getting people angry. They're fucking with people's emotions. Think about what the fuck they were doing with the COVID during when the first came in with the first strain of COVID. What was happening? People were stuck inside. They were trying to keep people in cold lockdown. Okay, where people were forced to be with their spouses, with their children. People were fucking fighting more. People were committing suicide. People were getting molested. There was all types of violence going on because people were stuck to be inside. Not only that, think about how many people were getting divorced because the simple fact that now they didn't have no outside outlet, so they were stuck with their spouse, and they started to realize who the fuck they were with. You feel what I'm saying? So we gotta really think about what the fuck is happening, man. Again, they already, I don't know if they already released it, that new virus, but that's one of their plans too, to release another virus to not only affect your lungs, but to affect your liver, because your liver and your lungs are they're the main organs that are around your heart chakra. Why you think they want you in fear? Because when you're in fear or in stress, they eat that energy. Therefore, you do not rise up to be the beauty out of that beast. Remember, everything is energy. Everything is fucking energy, man. Okay? So 21st of December is a time where people are becoming the mutants that they would watch on TV. All right? So think about the elections, what the fuck they're doing. Like I said, doesn't matter who's in office. They control that fucking theater. They control that actor, whoever plays the role. You see, Trump speaks to a selected group of people. He speaks to the white supremacists. He got the KKK on his side. Then you got these fucking what they call them, piss boys, poor boys, or proud boys. I don't know, whatever the fuck. Then you got the Democrats with or the Democrats with the Black Lives Matter, the Tifa, and all that other shit. Who the fuck, man? I remember I dropped a post on Facebook pointing directly out that the Democrats created that party. As soon as you go to the Black Lives Matter um, website, you donate, it takes you to another page, and that page is run by the Democrats. Remember, they control the fucking theater. You have two different wings on the same fucking bird, y'all. And yet people still don't get that. People still don't understand what the fuck is happening. People really, really believe that the government is for them. They don't see what's been happening in history. They still really think that 9/11 was done by fucking Osama bin Laden. People really believe that. Or this is a kicker. Kamala's talking about we're gonna free all the children in cages. You're gonna free them. It was your party that put them all in there. There was children in cages way before Trump came into office. Way before Trump was even a an idea in the political arena. You see, the only reason why they grabbed Trump because he was an outsider. Not only that, he was a business. He's a businessman. He's not no fucking. He's no politician. He knows how to run a corporation. What do you think the United States of America is? It's a fucking corporation. It's not a country. This was a country when it belonged to my people. When they belonged to the indigenous ones, this was a country then. This was sacred lands. Now you got fucking, now it's a corporation. But this wasn't these lands were sacred. It was no fucking corporation. This was the lands that belonged to my forefathers. You get what I'm saying? You know what's crazy? Not only that you're looking at the theater for what it is that they're using the whole energy of Obama all over again. Let me tell you why. Because Kamala represents minority, but not only she's minority, but she's a woman. They want to utilize her feminine energy for their dark agenda. Okay? Now, not only you're getting the representation of Obama all over again, but you're getting the yin and the yang. Okay? You're getting the yin and the yang. Okay? It's also the reverse of the justice system. Okay? Because when you think about the justice card, it's representation of justice. Why did I come up with the yin and the yang? Because it's also deals with the 69, the priorities. All right? Now look at this first. Now just think about this. During the Obama administration, there were black people were being murdered more by white cops than you see in a Trump administration during his time in office. There was more black people being murdered on the streets by white cops during the Obama administration than you seen with Trump. Why was that? because of the color of his skin, his energy. In order for him to be in office, there had to be more sacrifices of melanin people. All right, I want you guys to understand that there were sacrifices in order to keep him in office. They were sacrificing more black people. All right, think about that. And who the fuck was the vice president when Obama was in office? Your pedophile Joe Biden. Okay, so think about that shit. How the fuck how the fuck did we even get to this where people are really, this is their thinking, their logic. Well, you gotta vote for the least of all evil. And both of them were evil men, but they want to vote for the least one. What happened to morals? What happened to the fact that you don't even need the government system to govern yourself? Do you know that there's people out here knowing what the fuck is going on? They're buying lands, getting ready to go off the fucking grid to build communities. There's people buying land in Mexico because it's even cheaper in Mexico to buy land to build communities, to get off the grid, be more self what do they call that, self sufficient. Why is that? Because they know what the fuck is coming. Again, like I said, it doesn't matter who wins. They already know what they want to do, because again, what they're trying to do to stop you from becoming, they're trying to stop you from to raise up your Kundalini to find out who you really are. They want to keep you in cold lockdown. They don't want you to mutate. Think about that. Like I said, who the fuck was the vice president when Obama was in office? You really think there's going to be changes? Oh, well, now because Kamala's in office? It's a charade. It's all about control. They don't give a fuck about you. You're just a number. You're just a vote to keep them in power. If black lives really matter, how in the fuck did they seem to forget that when Obama was in office, there was more murders done on black people, and Joe Biden was the vice president? So how in the fuck does that even make sense? That a motherfucking life matters if you're voting for a motherfucker that was part of that shit. So again, remember who created the movements of Black Lives Matter? It was your Democrats, George Soros. Look into it. The information is out there. Nothing is hidden anymore. The veil is uplifted for people to see it, and yet people still question and think about, this is just a conspiracy theory. Motherfucker, there is no such thing as a conspiracy theory. The only reason why they named that because they trying to debunk the truth. So you be blind from the truth. If anything, what do they say? The truth will set you free. Lies will imprison you to keep you in shackles. You see, slavery's never gone anywhere. It just changed description. Slavery is all a mindset. It's a mindset now. You don't have to be physically in shackles. They got you already spiritually fucked up. Get what I'm saying? Like I said, you got Trump with the KKKs, the white supremacist groups, the piss boys, and you got the Democrats with the Black Lives Matter, the Antifa, and all the these motherfuckers out there causing havoc. Look what they did during fucking George Floyd. If you watch my fucking my lecture, what I did about George Floyd, you will get the science behind that motherfucking Freemason, man. It was a theater. They wanted energy. They wanted to use that chaotic energy to push their agenda. It's all an agenda, y'all, and you're a part of that motherfucking agenda. These guys got to start understanding that, man. This is not a conspiracy theory no more. This is some shit that's really happening. I forgot to share this on my Facebook.
It's on an agenda, y'all, and you're a part of that motherfucking agenda.
So, man, and think about this. Oh yeah, I'm gonna show you this right now too. So give me a second. This bad boy is getting heavy. Yes, I made me a an airy staff. I finally hooked it up more. Stay there. It doesn't want to stay there. Let me pick this up over here. All right, let's see. So let me share my screen really quick. I want you guys to start realizing, man, that magic is real. A lot of these motherfuckers that hide behind the government and the shadow government, these elites, they're all into magic, man. They know how to use the energies. They know how to use your energy. They know how to manipulate everything. They know what they're doing. They've been doing this shit for a very long time. And what's crazy is that it's really our fucking magic that they use against the masses. If anything, to Hoodie, he's the motherfucking main one that created magic. It's coming from him. He's the master. He's the fucking creator of magic. It's all his. So look, this is where they get the word media from. Again, remember, the media basically put pedophile Joe Biden in office. Okay? That right there, that whole election is a fucking they're scheming. They're fucking with the numbers. If you guys can't, you guys haven't read yet, realized that yet. How the fuck that Trump? See, here's the thing. Like I said, I'm not into Trump or Biden. I could care less for both of those motherfuckers because I understand what they're doing. But how is it that Trump is still at 214 while pedophile Joe Biden is at 290? Shit is steady fucking rising up, man. It's for a purpose. They're fucking with the energies. They're fucking with the consciousness. They're fucking with you. They're fucking with your emotions. That's what they're doing. They're fucking with your emotions, y'all. Look, the goddess Media. She's from ancient Greek. She's the part of the Greek mythology. This is where they get all her shit. This is where they get the whole media from. Remember, the television. It's like it's like magic as well. Okay, because they're sending signals to your conscious. That's what they're doing. And look who taught her Hecate. Okay, so this is where they get media from. They're doing spell work on you, y'all. Hello, spelling, spell. The English grammar Why do you think they changed the language from the indigenous ones and all the writings? Because English is spell. It's part of spelling to cast spells. That's what they're doing. And they're using her energy to do that. Remember, the television tells lies to your vision. Why do you think people, when they just stay plugged to the TV, they get stuck in that fear program, that fear mongering? Why is that? Hello? What do you think they're doing with your what do you think they're doing with your conscience or with your emotions? They know how to play with your emotions. They know exactly what they're doing. Remember, these motherfuckers control both party. Put it like this: what they're doing is like a role playing game, an RPG game. Who here ever played RPG games? I have. I played a bunch of them. And what is an RPG game? Where's my game at that I wanted to show? Eh, let me just find it. I know I have it here somewhere. Damn it! Where did it go? Hold on, yeah. Let me find that game I wanted to show you guys. Oh, it's right here. This right here was a badass RPG game, Eleanor. And why I show that, because it's an example of what they're doing. Because an RPG game is where the player controls the actions of a character. Remember, these are characters in this movie. Okay, that's what an RPG game is controlling the actions of the character. They control the actions of Trump and they control the actions of Biden. All right, put it like this, y'all. And this is facts, and they did this even during wars, especially during the Civil War. They did that too. They control both sides. You do your if you do your research and you study their story, you see how very involved were the Freemasons. Before they were Freemasons, they were considered the Templar Knights. Okay, they've been involved in wars for so long. How do you think they've been able to remain in power behind the scenes? You see, now they're more in the open about their shit because people are so gullible and they believe what the media tells them. They believe what they want to say, that, oh, well, those are conspiracy theories. They're not legit. Blah 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 blah, and they want to believe that. They want to believe that shit because that's what they were fed. Why does governments and religion work? Because people are fucking gullible. The more gullible you are, the more victimized you become. It becomes more of a mindset. Remember, this is an attack for your soul, an attack for your spirit, an attack for your mind. Pretty soon, pretty fucking soon, they're gonna be able to hijack your body. If you looked at my lecture I did when I was covering the DNA and vaccines, you'll see what the fuck I'm talking about. This shit is crazy, y'all. Okay? So if they're able to control both sides of the parties for a reason, because they know how to play their fucking role. Remember, yous are the fucking bread and they are the circus. Again, what was I talking about the theater? The theater, it stays in business because people pay for a ticket to sit there and watch dumb on TV or on the screen. Half the time when there's movies out there, when they're especially about superhero movies, they're talking about you. Superhero? They're talking about you. So we got to go ahead and really think about what the fuck they're doing and how they're doing it, why they're doing it. Furthermore, again, they control both sides of the party. It's like an RPG game. Again, going back to that. Okay. Now people want to be like, well, what about QAnon? Well, QAnon seems like he was doing a lot. Like, yeah, they have to go ahead and play They had to play good guy and bad guy to make you really believe that it's legit. You know, QAnon was or Q was or is Q is AI, artificial intelligence. That's what the fuck Q is. It's AI. Again, what is AI? AI is really the it's really the B system that they're preparing you for. Why you think they did why you think they've been rolling out 5G like crazy? And now we even hearing that they're already coming out with 6G. Why? Because they're trying to stop you from going into 5D. 5D is consciousness. They're trying to stop you from entering your 5D. It's a war against 5G with 5D too as well. Put it like this: the coronavirus was nothing but the Antichrist to your Christ consciousness. That's what that was. And how they do all that shit with magic, with energy like this, like media or media, is how they do it. Okay? Again, why does stuff like this work? Because people are fucking gullible. Because people they don't do their part to research anything. People are so fucking lazy. They don't want to research. They don't want to do shit. They want to take everybody's word. Don't take my word for what I'm telling you. Research the shit. Prove me wrong. What I'm talking about is wrong. Prove me wrong. What I'm talking about is wrong. The information is out there. Information is at our fingertips. You know what's crazy? That our ancestors, our ancient ancestors, didn't have technology like what we have now. You know what was their technology? Inner, inner core, their inner self. The way they used to communicate with each other wasn't through phone because they already were the Wi-Fi. They were already the signal. They would telepathically speak to someone across the fucking river, across from somewhere else to meet them because they understood what it was to go in there. They didn't have the distractions like we have now. But right now, yeah, you can consider the internet to be a distraction because that's what they created it for. They didn't think that people were gonna really use it against them. Like these social media platforms. The social media platforms were off distractions and to gather information of you, to know who you are and study you. It was a social experiment. That's what the fuck that was. Yes, we've been able to use it against them because we've been able to wake the fuck up. A lot of us know why we're here. A lot of us know our task and know our purpose. My purpose is to teach and to show you who in the fuck you are. I got the receipts and tell you who in the fuck I am. I got the receipts. I stand by my truth because I know what it is. I know why I'm here. A lot of people are lost, man. And even when you have someone like me telling you exactly what it is, people still say want to be like in that dirt nap. Like, let me eat my motherfucking steak. Let me eat my McDonald's. He doesn't know what he's talking about. Or let me keep switching channels on TV because the media they'll take care. The government will take care of us. It's okay. It's okay. That's okay. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. There's nothing big happening. Ah man, there's a lot of shit that's happening, y'all. There's a lot of things that are gonna start taking place. And it's about that time that we start waking the fuck up and we start realizing that because we gotta protect our families, we gotta protect our neighbors, we gotta protect our children. Most importantly, our children. Look what they've been doing to our children. That is sad when they're fucking coming after our kids. You get what I'm saying? You see, like I said, going back to whole social media, look at Facebook. Think about what the Facebook. You got your face and Facebook instead of in a book. Look at Instagram. Instagram, gram, a fucking drug? Do you get the words they use? They know what they do with these words when they use them. They know what they're doing with these words, man. Again, Trump is also the trumpet. He sounds off the trumpet. Remember, they're also the ones that wrote that Bible. They're the ones that also created that religion. So they're gonna go stick with their prophecy. When they talk about that whole the devil and the beast, that's all you, man. The mark of the beast, the 666 is melanin. I done proven that many times. It's melanin. It is you. It's your DNA. Why do you think they want to tame the beast for the beauty for the beast not to find its beauty? Why do you think they do that? Okay, think about that too, man. Think about and not only that, man. Think about Trump's slogan, MAGA, Make American Great Again. Trump is a fucking magician. He uses the Magu's energy. Okay, I actually got that card right here. This is the energy he uses. Look into Magus. You'll get exactly what I'm talking about. This is the kind of energy he uses. He's a magician. Okay? In this card, you have Mercury. This is Mercury. He's also considered to be known as Hermes, which is also Tahuti. Okay? Look at that magician. He's surrounded by all the elements on the ground. The Magus energy is what Trump uses. Why do you think he stood by that slogan, make the MAGA? It's the same thing as Magus. Okay? He knows what he's doing. Come on, go. Not only that, look what happened with his uncle. His uncle was a CIA operative. As soon as Nicole Tuska died, these motherfuckers went into his home. Was it his home or a motel? I don't remember the story. But they went into where Nicole Tuska was and took a lot of his research. And not only that, they took a fucking time machine away from him. Of course, he was already, he's already dead. Not like he was gonna use it, right? But they took that damn time machine and they used it for themselves. Trump knows how to go into different timelines, man. Why you think he's been so fucking successful with his money? Why you think he was able to even come into this arena? Not only because he was selective, but because what the kind of magic and the shit he has behind him. You don't have to take my word for it. Do your research. I encourage you to do your research and look into Trump more deeply. Okay? Now we already understand that Hermes is Mercury. Why you think the whole Mercury symbol is also in the doctor office too. The medical professions uses the symbol of Mercury, right? But what they use it for is death, not for life. You got to think about that too. How they use symbology. Everything is reversed for them. Just like life, live is a reverse evil. Okay? Everything they do is in reverse. So you got mongoose and MAGA, the same shit. Also, Mercury. This is crazy. Where they also use that Mercury symbol. Mercury is energy. It's a planet. Excuse me. It deals with communication. Okay, wisdom, magic, And it also deals with your throat chakra. Why you think they're trying to block your throat chakra from you speaking your truth? Because when you start speaking your truth, you're able to speak your words into reality. You can manifest things. They do it. Why you think they stay in power? Why you think that? Why you think they want to go ahead and block your communication? They want to block your communication, especially with communicating with your higher self, or with your spiritual counsel. A lot of us have a spiritual counsel. A lot of us have spiritual guides, but you don't hear me though, right? So in Hebrew, manga also means combat. Okay? It also means contact. Contact with who though? Who are they contacting? Who do you think they're contacting when they use mercury? They're contacting spirits to keep people still under spell or under spells. Remember, also the throat chakra is the element of sound. It's very necessary for every one of you to start studying your chakras, because even you have chakras that you govern with your with your sign. Me, I govern the solar plexus. Okay. Now these chakras. We all have them. We all have the chakras. It's our science. There's no coincidence. How do they communicate through that? How do they communicate their waves most of the time? If it's not music, it's television. What do these devices send out? Sound waves. Again, what they're trying to do is they're trying to block your sound waves. They're trying to fuck with your wave. They want to disconnect you from yourself so they can program you to control you. Check out that lecture. I'm telling you, you gotta check that lecture out with DNA. You're gonna see exactly what they're trying to do. It's no coincidence also that Baphomet also has the Mercury symbol. Soon I'll drop some science on Baphomet and I'm gonna show you what Baphomet really is. Okay. Now, going back to the Turak card, the Justice card. You see how you have her with two scales, and you got the yin and the yang. Think about Camilla and pedophile Joe Biden. They're the representations of black and whites. They know what the fuck they're doing. They know how to do it. The Justice card is also card 11. Look into master number 11, or numerology 11. You also could break it down to two. What does two mean? Two people or two energies. Okay? So it's all this is about polarity, controlling the balance. Remember, they have to play a part. Why do you think when Trump was going after China, because they want war with China? Trump was really already blaming fucking China for that virus, wanting war with China. They really want to go to World War III. We're already in World War III, but this is more spiritual than physical. But they're trying to make it physical. China had some part to do with this COVID, but it was more the elites. Again, Wuhan, China facility is owned and operated by the elites. It is owned by George Soros. Look into it. You'll see for yourself. Okay? I wanted to show you guys this real quick too, because this is Pretty trippy. So check this out, man. Again, they know how to go ahead and fuck with your conscience and fuck with your energy. Every movie, video game, music, TV show, I don't give a fuck what it is, cartoon, doesn't matter what it is. Everything that they put out there to the masses has to go through the CIA first. Okay? It has to go through them first. Look at here. Purge the election year. This is what they're trying to get. This is what they really want to start doing. They didn't create, they didn't make these movies just to make them for entertainment. They're telling you something in their movies, what they're planning on doing. Because when you hear someone like me talking about it, you think that that's just a movie. It's called predictive programming. They want to control your thoughts, and you thinking that this shit right here could never happen. They're already getting ready. For the past few days, I've been in TikTok, and all I see, a lot of things happening, and different places around the city and other cities, and you hear that fucking music in the background. They're getting ready for shit, man. They're getting ready for shit to pop out. Why do you think they've been boarding up places, man? Businesses are getting boarded up. They're getting ready for some shit to kick off. Look at the year this movie was made. 2016. 1 and 6 is 7, baby. What is the seventh? The seventh is your corona, your crown chakra. Why you think they named the virus corona? The corona is Latin for your fucking crown. Your seventh chakra. Your connection to your inner self and your inner knowledge and your connection to your higher self. Let's say thing right, inner self, and you get what I'm saying? They're trying to block that. They're trying to take that spiritual crown off your head. You get what I'm saying? They know what the fuck they're doing. They know exactly what they're doing. Again, Kamala and Biden represent what? What do they represent? Black and white, baby. What is black and white? Black and white is also the colors of Freemasonry or Freemasons. Also the colors of prisoner and the yin and the yang. You see how they're doing this shit? They're doing a fucking Obama all over again. They're using that energy. They're using that energy to keep you suppressed, to keep you begging for more. More of their bullshit. See, back in 2006, when Obama became president, I decoded Obama. He's part of the Mambus. He was the connection with Mambus. Mambus is considered the Antichrist. Look it up. Everything is energy. Again, going back to who the fuck declared Biden to be victorious? It was the media. Who is the media? I just showed you. You know, like I said earlier, how I was noticing the numbers the day before yesterday that he was at 280, and then yesterday morning he was at 290. He jumped. Like, what the fuck? See how they controlling those numbers? They're controlling those numbers for a purpose. Okay? There's no coincidence that they're doing all this. There's no coincidence that Trump is president. He's the trumpet. They're doing all this because of what's happening. They knew ahead of time what was going to be happening in this timeline. You see, they really thought that in 2012, that whole December 21st thing, that's why they even created the movie to make you think that all that shit that's not ever going to happen or da 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 da. That's why they made that movie. They know what they were doing. Our ancient ancestors, the Amics, You know what I'm saying? Knew about this event. It was in the calendar. Matter of fact, I have it on right here. This is the Amic calendar. It became the Mayan, the Aztec calendar. 2020 is not a fucking year. It's about inner sight, inner vision. That's what the fuck 2020 is. We're in 2012. Okay? I want you to start to realize that where we at now. They know what the fuck is going on. That's why they doing their best to keep you in cold lockdown. That's why they again what they're starting to lock down the cities now. They just locked down London. I'm hearing. Why? Do you not understand that this virus is a fucking hoax? A virus is a dead cell. A virus cannot be airborne. If you're worried about anything that's airborne, start looking at the chemtrails. They've been spraying the skies since 1995. That's 25 years. Again, 2 plus 5 is 7. What is the seventh? The seventh is your crown chakra, baby. Okay? They've been spraying the skies since 1995. And the sky and the chemtrails, you have mercury, aluminum, and all types of other fucking chemicals. Aluminum stops the reflection of the sun. The sun is their enemy. They can live out in the sun. When was this? Like 2 years ago, when and back in Europe, there was a lot of Caucasians that were dying because of the sun. They know what the sun is. Why do you think Bill Gates is talking about that he wants to block out the sun? Why do you think they got artificial clouds in the sky? If you want to be scared of a fucking virus that you think that's really airborne, be scared of the fucking chemtrails that they've been spraying you with for the past 25 fucking years. Be afraid of that shit. Be very afraid of that if you're gonna be scared of something. Why do you think they want you maxed up? Again, your heart chakra is the breath of air, the element of air. You got your lungs and your liver in the center, right there by your heart. Why you think they've been going, they also been having all these wildfires and this forest. Look at what happened to the Amazon. Why is that? Because they're trying to stop the order of breath. Again, go back to my lecture also with the face masks and the science of the face mask. You see how important photosynthesis is and why they trying to have you covered up and be keep you in fear. Everything is for a purpose, ladies and gentlemen. Everything they do is a purpose to stop you. You are the you are next in the food chain when it's coming through the order of breath. Remember, you also have the breath of fire. The solar plexus chakra is the element of fire. Air blows to that element so it can expand more its fire and get your carbon charcoal burnt up. Okay? Carbon 12 is the 666. You are charcoal. All right? What does it need to be lit? It needs fire. They're trying to stop your fire. They're trying to stop your spark. Why do you think they want you in cold lockdown? Because if you're more in cold lockdown, you cannot up. How do I want to say this? You can't upgrade your DNA. You can't raise your Kundalini. You can't do none of that. You can't even tap in. Especially if you're in fear, running around, walking around wearing a fucking mask, thinking this virus is really airborne. Be more afraid of the chemtrails if you're gonna be afraid of something. You see how they created a problem reaction solution? You see how they created all this shit? I ain't afraid of none of that shit, man. I understand it. You know what I'm saying? I know what the fuck is happening and what's going on. You know what I'm saying? So think about this, man. Think about why do they do this? Again, going back to Trump, who does he speak to? What kind of group does what kind of group does he speak to? Think about the Democrats. What kind of group they speak to, or groups they speak to? Look what they did. Look at what they did with George Floyd. What they did to the cities. You get what I'm saying? They wanted to cause a civil war. They wanted to bring civil unrest. Everything is a theater fueled by energy and your attention. They need your energy to exist. They need your attention to exist. Let's see. So check, look, purge, man. The election year, okay? This is right here in our face. So again, going back to what I was talking about, the energies. See, put it like this: the conjunctions of the planets that are coming in, it's no coincidence. Okay, you are aligned with the stars. You are aligned with the planets. You are aligned with the universe, as above, so below. Just like when you see the magician when he points up and down. Excuse me. That's why they do what they do, because they want to control your magic. Those of you don't know what Betelgeuse is, Betelgeuse is a star that is part of Orion, and it is here. The star Betelgeuse is here. That star is the ancestors. Once it disperses and goes in pieces, all of that is coming into us, which is why they've been trying to keep you inside, because they know the kind of energies that are outside, especially the sun. It's very important that people start doing sun gazing. Very important to get that vitamin D. And when you're out there, call out Betelgeuse. I do it 3 times. Three is a magical number. I'm going to give you a rundown on what Betelgeuse is too. It's not only one of the brightest stars, it's a super giant red star. Okay? So, who remembers the movie Beetlejuice? Who remembers that movie Beetlejuice? Now, when you go ahead and you type in Beetlejuice, you also get Beetlegeese. There's no coincidence at all. Now, what was Beetlejuice? Beetlejuice was an evil spirit approaching guys, right? He was keeping these two spirits from inside. I mean, keeping them locked in inside. He didn't want them outside. He would tell them, "Oh, don't be outside because it's scary. It's scary to be outside. You don't want to go out there," because he was afraid of them becoming more than just those spirits inside not integrating or making a proper transition. Again, why do you think they want you in cold lockdown? Why do you think they want you locked in? Because they know the energies will not only integrate more your DNA, but you are becoming more than just that avatar. Again, going back to all the movies, the Avatar movie wasn't just a movie. Just like the Matrix movie wasn't just a movie. Look at the Beetlejuice. Okay, the Beetlejuice was stopping these spirits from going outside. He was keeping them inside for a purpose, because he was not only keeping them afraid, but he was sucking their energy from them. Okay? Because energy never dies. You never really die. You don't die. You make a transition, but you don't fucking die. Energy never dies, nor does consciousness. It doesn't die. Yes, you leave your vessel. Your vessel probably you find your vessel goes back down to the earth, or whatever else they do to your body. But you integrate. You go into a transition. This is what he was doing. He was keeping them inside. Look at the colors of this motherfucker. He's in black and white. Black and white also stands for the colors of prisoner. The Freemasons also use black and white. What was I just talking about? Camilla and Biden. You guys get that? Carmela also represents the feminine energy. Going back to that, why? Because they know how more powerful and sacred the female energy is. Okay, they know what they're doing, man. They know exactly what they're doing. So where did I? Okay, look. You see this? For the star, see Betelgeuse. They got Betelgeuse in here. It's right here. This is crazy because I'm gonna drop this on you too. Look, we are made of stardust. You are considered a star. Okay, you are considered a star. Why are you thinking in the Bible they talk about false idols? The false idols were the celebrities that you, the star, was watching. Isn't fucking Michael Keaton considered a star, a celebrity? Do you guys get what they're doing? It's program. It's program. Look at Beetle Geese. Okay? It's not a coincidence. None of this shit is a coincidence. We just got to be conscious enough to see exactly what the fuck is going on and what they're doing. None of this is a coincidence in what they're doing. Everything is built by design for a purpose. From the elections, from now go back to the COVID, to the 5G, and the only reason why they launched that COVID the way they did, because the minute they turn on, remember China was the rollout for 5G. Look into it. You see, I covered that. I don't remember what lecture I did. I covered that. I remember I did that. The rollout happened in China. Everything that's happening around the fucking planet is all starting with China first. They have been the showcase of everything, like from Big Brother to the credit report to fucking it's considered a communist country, that's for sure. But how they going ahead and they stop the population. You can't have more than two children, I believe. You know what I'm saying? That's how far they gone, man. And then they've been the rollout of 5G for a purpose. The minute they turn on the switch of 5G, people were literally dropping dead in the street, which is why they launched COVID because they were trying to cover up what they did. Remember, and I also show that back in 2017, China was warning the public about a leak of a virus that was going to leak out their facility. And this was in 2017. Okay? There's no coincidence. None of this shit is a coincidence that they're doing what they're doing and why they're doing what they're doing. None of it's a coincidence. Again, it's up to you if you really want to see things for what it is or not. You're sitting up in your own bed. There's a lot of shit that they're doing. There's a lot of shit that they're doing. So I'll find that article because I know I have it. Okay, that's the. See if this one still comes up. All right, this is the 5G, the 5G rollout. Let me see if I could find that other article that I really want to show about how China was warning the public. All right, where are you? Where are you? ¿Dónde estás? ¿Dónde estás? There you go. All right. Well, since we're on the 5G, let's go to 5G first, and then go to the Wuhan. See, did the 5G rollout in Wuhan damage the and initial cellular defense cells of the population, putting the people at risk of complications and death from coronavirus? See, this is what they're trying to say. They're trying to spin a story, say that because of the COVID, people were dropping dead. People were dropping dead because of that 5G, the radiation. Remember, they're trying to stop the consciousness from evolving into 5D. It's a war from 5G with 5D. This is not fucking some make believe shit. This shit is really fucking happening. This shit is really happening, y'all. And it's time to really wake up. It's time to put on those fucking that deacon cap and be like, man, let me start doing my motherfucking research. You know what I'm saying? Let me start reading some books. Let me start doing something. It's a lot of shit that's happening right now, man. What is the 5G doing? It's letting out radiation like crazy. People are getting zapped. Not only they're fucking with your organs, you get what I'm saying, but they're trying to fuck with your psyche. Not only that, they're trying to lower your vibration and fuck with your aura. Remember, you also have an electromagnetic field around you that protects your body, man. You're also electric. You're also electromagnetic. Why do you think when you are barefoot, when you're on a fucking rug, you pick up static and you can shock somebody with your finger because you're electromagnetic? What did I say earlier? You are a walking Wi-Fi signal. Okay? Put it like this, y'all. Everything that they have, that's technology, they get it from your body. They get it from your science. From the fucking computers to your cell phone. Everything that you have, that's technology, they get that from you. Your science of your body. Look into it. So let's go over here. Wuhan coronavirus China was warned in 2017 that a deadly virus could escape its level 4 biohazard lab. Looks like I'm lagging over there. Oh, shit, man. You see this, y'all? So, then they want to come up with that crazy story that it came from bats because people were eating bats. Nah, man. They didn't come from no fucking bats. They launched that virus themselves for a purpose. It was all for a reason. Ah, That's some Swedish fish. I love these candies. Okay, so I didn't finish this. So let's go back to my notes here. I thought I was done with this one. I wasn't. I forgot to do the back part of it. So put it like this. Also, going back to December 21st, right? Going back to that. I see my shit's already jumpy and shit. So going back to December 21st, okay? The 21, 21, 2 1 is 3. What is 3? 3 is a magical number. Not only that is a magical number, but 3 deals with mother, father, and child. Isis, Osiris, and Haru. The real Holy Trinity. Remember, the Holy Spirit is your Kundalini energy. That's the feminine energy. Why you think they're also using Camilla? They want to utilize her energy to bring forth their plans if they go with that card of Joe pedophile Biden. They know exactly what they're doing. They know exactly what they're doing and why they're doing it. Nothing is a coincidence, y'all. But when you get off that trip thinking that these people are there for them to help them and do this and that, they don't give a fuck about you. Why in the fuck you think they poison your foods? Why in the fuck you think they poison the air? Why do you think they do what they do? Huh? Think about that really fucking well. Think about it. Gotta get off that fucking trip of that government system. You don't need no one to governor you. You can governor yourself. People are already doing it. Going off the grid because they know what's happening. Getting ready. People know what the fuck they're doing, man. There's a lot of people that do and don't. As it's about that time that we make sure that everybody starts waking the fuck up because history repeats itself. Look what Nazi Germany did, and they're also paid. They also did that because of the Rothschilds, the Zionists. That's fucking sick, man. That's how crazy that shit is. So, so here we know how December 21st is really the real Holy Trinity. Okay, so what they're doing with this whole election and this COVID, they're doing it to keep you in low energies and keep you in fear. What does fear do? Fear fucks with your immunity. It fucks with your vibration. It fucks with your energy. It fucks with your aura. It fucks with your psyche. 5G is able to let in spirits through your technology. That's another thing that you guys gotta look into. And that shit is now no fucking joke. What they're trying to do. They're going back to the movie The Matrix. What they were doing? They were hijacking the bodies when the AI agent Smiths were going into the bodies. That shit happens. That shit happens. MK Ultra is also 5G. Haven't you guys seen with some of the celebrities when their fucking switch gets turned off and they're like, we've seen it with Eminem. We've seen it with Cardi Trash or Cardi B, whatever her name is. We've seen it with the celebrities. Look at what happened with Hillary Clinton when she was talking and she just all kinds of crazy shit. That's that fucking that microchip that has goes haywire. You know what I'm saying? This shit's some crazy shit, man. Some crazy shit. What's happening? So you already know if Trump wins, what happens? If Trump wins because of the of how they created the story, the blue side will erupt in anger, right? They're gonna erupt in anger. What do you think they're gonna do? They're gonna do what they did with George Floyd. Now, if Trump loses, the red side will erupt in fury of fire. They want blood. They want blood. And guess who they're gonna come after? The minority. So get ready. They created politics for division. That's a fact. They created the politics for division, divide and conquer. Okay? It's all for control. To control you, to control your mind, your body. Like someone that is highly evolved in consciousness and its spirit, they know better not to get involved with this politics and the religion. We understand that that's part of a fucking program. That's a system of control. We know this. We know this. The Great Awakening is happening on December 21st. That is the Great Awakening. Where people that didn't even know they had spiritual gifts are going to have them. So, look, man, everything I'm telling you is facts. Do your homework, do your research. You don't have to believe everything I'm telling you. Do your work. Okay? Now, think about this December 21st, 4 days after the 21st of December, you have that fake birth of Jesus. Why do I say fake? Because Jesus didn't exist. Cristo existed, but not Jesus. Jesus was the energy they used to keep people enslaved. Okay? Look into that. Remember, they control and created everything. Christ was not born in December. The man was born in April. Why is that? Because remember, Cristo is also Christ is also Cristo. Cristo is Cristo. You also have 144 crystals in your body. Why you think in the Bible and the Quran and all these other fucking books they're talking about a chosen few of 144,000, I believe. Is it 104,000 or some shit? Why is that? The rebirth of Christ is in you. He is born in your solar plexus chakra, the connection to the sun. SON is SUN. Okay? Christ is born in you. Why you think they get baptism from? Baptism is rebirth of consciousness of you. They use that all that fucking nonsense to keep you giving your energy and your spirit to something outside of you. Why do you think a lot of Catholics and Christians can take fully responsibility of their actions? They don't know how it is to take ownership of their actions. They right away want to do wrong and give it to I'll give it to God or I'll give it to Christ. Let Him take care. He'll forgive me. They don't know how to take accountability. If you think what happened to the ancestors, how the fuck you think they came after our ancestors? Because our ancestors were connected with spirit and the creators. Our ancestors were way around before that Christian faith and that Catholic faith. Our ancestors didn't have religion. The religion was our science. We didn't need a book to tell us that. We had connection to our heavenly parents through ourselves, our inner self, our connection through our mind's eye and our corona. That's how we were connecting to the heavens. People really think that a savior is coming. The savior is you. It is you. Why do you think they've been having you in control or in fear? They have people literally afraid of themselves instead of facing themselves. The God and devil was within. Just like I said, you connected to everything above you. As above, so below. So below, as above. As within, as without. Okay? This whole thing with Christ, or Jesus, was to hijack your mind and your spirit, to giving your energy to something outside of you that was all about control. Control. Why do you think they came after the ancestors again? Going back to that, who do you think created all that? Who do you think created all that? They came in, they took the lands, they gave everybody a Bible and forced that God on them. Hell, we had ancient gods from ancient Kemet, ancient Egypt older than that God in that Bible and that religion. We got pyramids older than that God in that Bible. We got civilizations older than that God in that Bible, like our ancient Amics. So think about that for a second. When you want to start sit there and fucking pray to a God that's not there to save you, but to manipulate you and thinking that everything outside of you is evil, like your own DNA, you are the Lucifer and the God. Why do you think they call Lucifer the light bringer or the light brayer, brayer, whatever the fuck you want to call it? Think about that. He should liberate you to get to your God self. It's not to keep you trapped. They use all that to go ahead and manipulate your mind and thinking that all that is evil while they're the ones that are using your science and your magic against you. Again, why do you think they came after the ancestors, man? Because they knew the indigenous ones were powerful. They knew what we were capable of, which is why they did what they did. And guess what? We are fucking back. We are back. And it's game time. So going back to that Jesus and that energy is to keep you trapped in your lower self, to keep you stuck in that Lucifer, to keep you stuck in that root chakra so your Kundalini cannot rise and spark up. You have a divine spark within yourself. You are the kingdom. And our and it's you're supposed to bring the heaven to the earth, not die the way to get there. A lot of people don't even make it to heaven. They get stuck in limbo. A lot of people have to come back here because they can't learn the fucking lessons, or they don't know how to fucking to evolve, which is why they keep coming back. It's crazy how all this shit is. And think about this: Jesus is a Capricorn. If he was born on the 25th, he's a Capricorn. The Capricorn represents the devil, Satan. And Torah, the devil card represents chaotic energy. It also represents the astrology symbol or sign of Capricorn. The horns. They got you afraid of all this shit, and yet they're using all that symbology against you to keep you fucked. You see how they play you? They're using that devil energy to keep you trapped and cold lockdown. so you won't evolve. Think about that for a minute. And what is 2 and 5, y'all? 2 and 5 is 7. Do you guys see the pattern of 25? I went over this a couple times with the whole number 25. You get where this is going now? What is the seventh? What is the seventh, y'all? It's your corona. It is considered also the Christ consciousness. The coronavirus is the antichrist to the Christ consciousness. That's what they were doing. Okay? Now, why am I so sure that Christ is an Aries? Because the Aries governor the solar plexus chakra, the element of fire. Christ is reborn in your solar plexus. Come on. Aries are also rebellious, spiritual warriors, fighters. That's who the fucking Aries is. Why you think in Baphomet they have the fucking the face of an ram, of an Aries, because of the energy it possesses, that fire. Why you think they use the ram on you? Hell, I'm a motherfucking ram. You got to understand what they're doing, and that science they're doing it. People really want to believe that Christmas is something holy. It's not. It has all to do with the devil or Satan. I mean, come on, think about it. What the fuck did what? And anyways, even if I didn't know any of this, I have more. I have common sense to know what the fuck does a Christmas tree and Christmas gifts have to do with Jesus? What the fuck does it have to do with anything? It's a pagan holiday. Period. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, why don't people understand that? Yeah, they want to give they give you a story. Oh, he was born on the 25th, and blah 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 blah. No, he wasn't. He wasn't born on the 25th. That's fucking some crazy shit, right? But that's a fact. That is a fucking fact. Now, so what is the solar plexus chakra? The solar plexus chakra is the energy that deals with the rebel, the fighter, and the spiritual warrior. That means this is why they say Jesus is king. Look at my shirt. It says Aries is king. Aries is fucking king because he Christ was an Aries. Okay? The rebirth of Christ is born in your solar. Okay? Why is that? Again, going back to the Holy Trinity, mother, father, and child. In order for him to be born again, that's the only way you can make it to your Christ consciousness. Why are you thinking in the Bible and they were talking about the only way to the Father is through I? They were talking about the third eye. Look into that. It's there. They also say that there's something about it, the heart. The heart is dark, so is your eye, and that's true. If you have a dark heart, your third eye is gonna be of evil. It's gonna be dark. But if you're of light, compassion, and love, your eye is gonna be of compassion and love and of light. But and when you look at what he was saying, the only way to through the Father is through the eye. I know he says something about through me, right? The only way to the Father is through me. It is really the eye. That's why I said that, the eye. It'll make sense, right? So think about that, man. Think about what the fuck is going on. The Christ is the solar sun within, the son of the creators. Son, S-U-N. Christ is king, which why they say Jesus is king. Again, going back to the goat head of Baphomet, it is Aries. If you don't want to believe me, look into it, study, do your research, prove me fucking wrong. Prove me wrong. The solar plexus is your fire to fight, not to flight. They want motherfuckers flying, flight, not fighting. That's why they want to control you, because you can't fight if you're being under control, or spiritual, or being under spiritual attack, or afraid and fear. Your solar plexus is also intuition, your gut feeling. I said that earlier. Your second brain. Okay? They don't want you integrating with the Christ consciousness. But it all starts with the solar. And also, not only that, in order for it to be pure, it has to come from the heart. Your connection to mother and the earth, the element of air, which is why we are going into the age of Aquarius, the age of the golden dawn. This is where we at right now. Know your science. It's very important to study and know your science of who you are. They don't want you integrating with your Christ consciousness. They don't want you connecting with mother and father. They don't want you upgrading. They don't want you becoming a mutant. Why they throw all this shit to you with these fucking elections and this fucking COVID and these fucking vaccines and all this shit that they do. Why is that? They're stopping you. They're trying to stop you from integrating. Look at what they're doing to the children. Because they're pure, especially if they're melanated. Why do you think they got the children in cages? This fucking bitch got some fucking she has some guts on her to say, "Oh, we're gonna remove all those children from the cages." You are the one that put them in there before Trump, using using that as a way of her fucking gaining the confidence of the people. They don't give a fuck about you or our children, man. Why, again, going back, why do you think they poison the foods, man? Because they want to stop that from happening in your solar plexus. They want to take away your life force. They want to suck away your energy. Keep praying to that Jesus of that Bible. A lot of you think you got connection with him. You ain't got no motherfucking connection with him. You got connection with a bad spirit, but not with him. Not with Christ. You know what I'm saying? Again, Christ is Cristo. Study your science in your body. You see you have 144 crystals. Prove me wrong. Think about that. Why do you think they say it's 4 days from the 21st? It wasn't 4 days. It was 4 months. Okay? 4 months. Again, the 21st, the end of Sag. The end of the Sagittarius. And then we're going into the time of Capricorn. Capricorn season. Ending the end of the element of fire, going into the beginning of the of Earth. Okay, Cap season is the element of Earth. Everything is through numerology and astrology. The beginning and the end of something, which is also happening on the 21st of December. We're already in the New World Order. You already seen it. Just a lot of you still don't believe it. Are still fucking conditioned and asleep to see what's in front of you. That is sad, but that's what's happening. They want you staying in your lower energies, in your low root chakra, in that Capricorn of self. They want you stuck there. The Capricorn is also a sea goat. Why do you think they use Jesus as a representation of a fish, or a fish as a representation of Jesus? Because it represents the Capricorn. Okay? The sign ruler of Capricorn is Saturn, the set energy. Now, they saying that it might begin the season of Capricorn might be on the 22nd, not the 21st. But even though so, if it is the 22nd of December, 2 and 2 is 4. 4 is the number of the emperor. The emperor is the Aries. 4 is also the number of Jupiter. Okay? That's how deep the shit is. Also, the Aries, like I said, the Aries is the element of fire and the cardinal sign. It's a cardinal sign, okay? All right? The ruling planet of that is Mars, the Martians. A lot of us have Martian DNA within ourselves. Fucking Martian, mutant. Why do you think they said that Christ, I'm sorry, let's go back to that whole Jesus bullshit. Jesus died at the age of 33. You have a 33 vertebrae in your spinal cord and your spine. That's also Jacob's ladder. I call that the 12 steps of life. Why? Because 1 and 2 is 3. Okay? The Christ consciousness has to start from the solar first, because that burns your roots, your carbon 12, your 666. But it all comes from the heart, the air. Why you think they want to fuck with your lungs and they want you max up? Why you think they're attacking you with that corona virus? Fucking with your psyche of your own corona, your crown. Okay? Now, in white light, there's 7 colors. Those 7 colors are the 7 chakras. Why are you think in the Bible they talk about the 7 seals? When you break the 7 seals, the four horsemen are coming. Do you not fucking get it now? When I'm talking about 4, it ain't 7 horsemen. It's 4. Why? You fucking get it now? What I'm telling you? The 7 seals are your 7 chakras. If anything, there's more than just 7 chakras. That's where they fucked up at. But you get it now? Do you see what's happening? What they're doing? With their numbers? Ain't getting one over me, man. I'm way ahead of the game. You know what I'm saying? I'm way ahead of this fucking game, man. I'm way ahead of it. Like I said, I got the fucking receipts to prove to you who the fuck I am. And I could say that the way I say that because I know it. I don't believe it. I fucking know it. That's the fucking difference of shit. Knowing and believing is two different things. I know it. Okay? This is crazy how they do this and how they play their fucking game. Man, it is crazy though, because even like in TikTok, I mean, there'd be a lot of good videos out there, a lot of good spiritual videos. There'd be a lot of people posting some crazy shit, man. Glitches in the Matrix, man. You got planes that are just still. They're not moving. You seen people catching like creatures in the night, man, different spirits because the veils lifted, man. These dark these creatures or whatever are being seen now. They're being out in the open because the veil is lifted, man. It's thin. They're able to cross over. You know why there's glitches in the matrix? Because of people with high vibration, high energy. We are the ones that are glitching that matrix because the more we manifest, the more we raise our vibration, the matrix system that cannot take that. The grid is failing. Remember what Agent Smith told Neo? You, the human beings, are the virus. Yous are the virus. Why you think they want to inject you with a virus, with that vaccine? So you go back to that vaccine, that DNA lecture I did. You gotta see that, man. I dropped a lot of fucking gems on that shit. I was on that for 5 fucking hours or so doing that lecture. You see how fucking much I put my time and stuff in? I put in the work because it's necessary. I don't have to do this. I don't have to do this. I choose to do this because I love what I do and I love all of you. And that's facts. I wouldn't be doing this shit if I didn't care. I do what I do for a purpose. Not only because this is my purpose, because this is what I came back here for, but I do this for all of you because I love to do what I do. I love to do what I do. Again, Jesus is our allegory. Christ isn't. Christ was the first Jedi incarnated in a human form. Hugh Light's body. Why you think they call him Cristo? Cristo? You are a crystalline being. Jesus didn't exist, but Christ did. They crucified him and used his energy and created this European version of a white Jesus to keep you enslaved, to keep you away from stepping into your power and your true self, where the rebirth of Christ is born. It's sad, very sad that you have a lot of people so disconnected from themselves and so disconnected from the ancestors, and the ancestors were killed and murdered for that religion and that Bible and that God. There's been more deaths and murders in his name over the centuries. Read your full Bible. Read your whole Bible, man. You see that there's rape, murder, slavery. You see how he's making how he made brothers fight against each other. How he made fucking how he made someone sacrifice his own son. There's a lot of rape and all types of shit in that Bible. People don't read that whole Bible. They go by what the pastor says or the preacher says because they're not even those motherfuckers want to read the whole Bible because they know it's sinister. They get paid though, man. Remember, these motherfuckers get paid for what they do. They're running around in fucking luxury cars. They got fucking nice homes. They got this and that, making money on that word, making money off that word, man. And y'all buying that fucking Kool-Aid. You buy that fucking hype and forget about your ancestors that they were murdered over that shit. And you just forget about your ancestors. I'm here to tell you don't. because you are your ancestors. Your ancestors are you, and they're trying to tell you something. Pay attention. Pay attention to the signs you see. Don't debunk them because oh, it's evil. Study your science. I gave you some history, not like that, but your story of what it is. Study yourself. Get right with spirit. Get right with yourself. Stop buying into the hype. There's a lot of shit that's gonna be happening. If Biden wins, this is gonna be fucking crazy, man. If Biden wins, it's gonna be hell on earth. Get ready for the food crisis. Get ready for enforced vaccines. Get ready for those FEMA camps because that's what they were gonna do if Clinton would have won. Get ready for the economy crash. Get ready for that B system. Get ready because it's coming. Get right with yourself. Don't get right with that God of that Bible because that God of the Bible is the enemy. Get right with your creators. Get right with your creators. Get right before it's too fucking late. Like I said again, you don't have to believe me. You don't. I put the message out here. Again, like I said many times, you don't have to like the messenger. You don't have to love me. You don't have to like me. Love the message. Love the message. Encourage yourself to do your own research. Do your research. Study. Study. And you see for everything what you've been told and seen from others that they're not lying to you about what the fuck is happening. There's a lot of information out there. A lot of information is out there. Use that information. Use it. It's there for a purpose, just like you're there for a purpose. Utilize what you have in front of you. Don't get fucked. Stand up for yourself, stand up for your children. Look what they've been doing to the children. Like I said, that bitch has a nerve to say, when I get into office, I'm gonna take out all the children out of the cages. Motherfucker, you're the one to put them there. Your fucking party is the one to put them there. You get what I'm saying? You see how they use all that shit? You know? It's sad, man. But they do that for a purpose because I'm telling you, melanin is it's more expensive than gold. Okay? They're killing their indigenous children because they're pure of melanin and innocence. It's time to start knowing what the fuck is happening. Stop thinking that everything's a conspiracy. They made you believe that for a purpose. They made you believe that for a purpose. You know? So I did this. Like I said, I was gonna do this yesterday, but then I thought about like, nah, I'm just gonna spend some time with my little one. We kicked back, was watching some Netflix, eating some ice cream. you know, don't get me wrong, I still like eating my candies. I still drink my sodas. I still drink my ice. I still eat ice cream. You know what I'm saying? I watch what I eat. I mean, I used to be a lot chunkier. I lost a lot of weight. You know, but man, I've been eating candy since I was small, and I love my sweetest fish. I remember I used to buy a box of sweetest fish when I used to go to Sam's Club. I was a greedy motherfucker though. When I was still with my ex-wife, and my kids would be like, "You gonna have some of that?" Hell no, I'll give you none of my candy. Looking greedy. And my favorite, I fucking box of fucking Swedish fish. The fucking box, the stores used to sell. I mean, the candies out of the box. I would be out a big ass box. Fucking greedy fucker. hmm So, man, today is just you feel the energies out there. There's a lot of shit that's popping off, man. I'm telling you, there's a lot of shit that's happening. We need to get ready. I'm telling you, they want you in cold lockdown for a reason. They don't want you out there getting the sun. They don't want you out there getting Betelgeuse. Why do you think you remember Candyman? How you would say Candyman in the mirror 3 times? Remember, three is a magical number. Now I heard that the new Candyman they got, now they have him saying it more than 3 times. I think it's, if I'm not mistaken, I think it was seven. Or probably it's seven. Because again, the corona, they're trying to fuck with your psyche, your consciousness. So yeah, I think it is seven. If I'm not mistaken. I remember, man, like I said, man, study your science, man. The information's out there. I know I get all hyped up and shit because I'm just it fires me up. It really does. It just fuels my fire when I'm talking about this stuff because it just it's just like, man, it just I've been studying this shit for a long time. Um, I've been here before many times. And that's a fact. So I've been fighting these motherfuckers for a very long time. So I fuck it. The confirmation is 925. 9 is completion. 25 is 7. I'm a 7. And look at the date. 9/11. This is a state of emergency, y'all. The numbers are there in front of us. Pay attention. If you see synchronicities, numbers, it's for a reason. You got Google. Google got a lot of good information. You don't understand what the numbers mean? Look them up. Find out what they mean because they're trying to reach you. It's your higher self and your spirit, your ancestors trying to connect with you for a purpose. I'm telling you, man, it's just time that we start realizing what the fuck is happening. We gotta let go of that politics, man. Let go of that religion. Let go of that shit. All that shit is just part of that system. All that shit is part of that matrix. It's about controlling your mind. Remember, they can hijack your spirit, which is what they're. I mean, they can hijack your body. So if they can hijack your body, they can drain your spirit. They're fucking with your light of your soul. Also, so think about that. What they're doing. Everything's about energy, man. Everything's about energy. Everything is energy. Remember, you're connected to everything else above, so below, man. You know, um, we gotta really think twice. I think very clearly of what the fuck's happening. So I always keep that in mind, man. You gotta stop taking shit lightly. Like I said, why everything works? Why you think? Why does politics and religion work? Because people are very gullible. People are fucking gullible. Not only that, the foods be having people fucked. Low vibration. They be eating those low vibration foods, man. They got you in the fucking in the days in the sleep. You're comatose, man. You know, fucking zombified, man. That's how a lot of people are. They walk around being zombies, man. Walk around afraid. You know, it's sad, man. It's sad to see. It really is sad to see. You know, um, when I go shopping and I see that, like, man, I'm in there with no mask on. I'm not part of that program. I ain't part of that system. I got people just looking at me like, what is wrong with this guy? Who is he think he is? I'm a god, motherfucker. Cause that's why. Cause I know who I am. I go in there and I do what the fuck I need to do. I'm not part of that program. You got people still thinking, oh, people are selfish. They buy into that hype of that program. They don't want to. They don't have that. They don't have the fucking no sense of study. Why it's important that you shouldn't wear a mask? How everything's connected. They think that people don't realize that that mask doesn't stop you from getting COVID. It says in the fucking box. It tells you clearly in the box. The virus is so small it could go into the fucking mask. That's how small that virus is. The mask is not doing nothing but stopping you from breathing and stopping the flow of your breath, your fire to spark. Photosynthesis is a real thing. It's the order of breath. It's life. You're part of that order of breath. Study. Stop buying into the hype. Yeah, so when I walk into the store and I got people looking at me, I don't give a fuck. I be wanting someone to tell me something. You know, it's it's not about me being selfish. Oh, people want to say people are selfish because they don't wear masks. If I'm really that selfish, why in the fuck am I on here? Think about it. I put in the work because I'm selfless, not selfish. Okay, big fucking difference. This type of information get motherfuckers killed, man. I'm a chosen one. I'm anointed by the creators. I know why I'm here. This is my purpose. Ain't no weapon against me shall ever prosper. No weapon against me should ever prosper. Okay? All right, y'all. I've been out here for a while. I'm gonna get off. You just have a blessed night. Always peace, love, and health. Until next time. We'll see what's up. I got some other projects I want to put out there, so let's start working on them. Oh yeah, check this book out. I got this book. I think it was Saturday or Sunday. This book right here is a must get. Excuse me, I got the hiccups. Okay, get this book. Very necessary, very needed. I got this on Amazon. The ISIS thesis. I can't wait till I start reading this. I might read a few chapters after I get off here. You know. So again, peace, love, and help. Until next time. Until next time. Have a good night.